we cannot know God without divine revelation. And God has to reveal himself to us, or we're left in the dark, and we're not competent or self-sufficient to arrive to the knowledge of God if we don't build our knowledge off what he freely gives us to begin with. If God's going to be known, he's got to be a revelatory God. He has to be a God who speaks, a God who communicates. And if God is not a God who communicates or reveals himself, we simply are left with no knowledge of him. For God to be a communicative being, a God who can speak, converse, he has to be a personal God. A non-personal being cannot speak, communicate to us. So already we need a God who is personal and a communicative being. And for God to be a communicative and personal, a personal and communicative being, he has to be Trinitarian. And really, one way of looking at presuppositional apologetics is it's apologetics based upon the Trinity. It's a Trinitarian apologetic. We hopefully can get to theism, and once we get to theism, we can rule out Judaism and Islam. No, we get to Trinitarian God, and we've already ruled out the other theistic religions. The Trinity, you heard me say this last week, the Trinity is not, our Achilles heel. We have to apologize for that. I mean, it kind of is weird, and let's not think about that too much. It's kind of like we have to apologize for the Trinity because the world thinks it's incoherent. The Trinity is silly. They make all these claims about it. But we don't have to apologize about it. It's the Trinity that makes our worldview coherent. It's the Trinity that gives us a worldview that doesn't self-contradict, that is something reliable to trust in. So I'm not a fideist where you just take a blind leap. So I just believe because I believe. I do think we have an argument, a rational argument. So we have a Trinitarian being that is the foundation of a communicative, revelatory God, a personal God.